Hello, and welcome back to the channel. I am thinking I'm just going to bring you along this week for another episode of the Frugal Diaries. I am definitely trying to cut it back with all of the bills we have going on this month, as well as the holiday season fast approaching. I'm trying to prep for that, so I'm trying to reel in all the expenses that I can while also trying to just start getting my holiday gifts put together so that I could be done with that by the end of November. So I'm going to bring you along this week. I've got some meal planning and prepping to do, grocery shopping for that, and yeah, just a normal week in the life. So I'm going to bring you along for that. If you're new here, hi, my name is Ashlyn. I am a 26-year-old wife and mom. We are currently paying for my husband's master's degree debt-free, as well as hoping to own our first home by the time I turn 30. So kind of some lofty goals. If personal finance and that kind of thing sound interesting to you, then please make sure you're subscribed and give this video a thumbs up because it helps my channel a lot. We spent the morning at the park with some friends, and then I got home and put both my girls down for a nap. So I've just had the past half hour, 40 minutes to myself. I got the dishes done. Basically, that's it. So I am now probably going to make some rolls for dinner with my toddler. She loves to bake too, so we're gonna put those together. I'm thinking we're gonna do hamburgers tonight for dinner, but I don't necessarily want to go to the store and buy buns, so we're just gonna throw some together. So I will show you how we do that, and of course I will put the recipe in the description below. My dog woke up my baby before she was supposed to wake up from her nap, so now I'm going to attempt to make these rolls with her awake and wanting my attention. So we'll see how this goes. All right, we are touch and go, and if we're going to be able to do this recipe with my little noisemakers back here, but we're going to start with yeast, water, butter, and sugar in a bowl. Scratch that. I just pulled my yeast out and you can't even see it in there. It's basically gone. So looks like we will be going to the store for those rolls. It's been a few days. It's been a hectic week. We are now at the grocery store. I put together our meal plan earlier today, and I did it on my phone, so I didn't film it because I was using my phone. But here we are at the grocery store. I will show you what we've got and kind of talk you through the meal plan once we get back home. All right, we're back home, and I'm just gonna quickly show you what I got, as I've got hungry kids. So let's go through the groceries. I got some oats so I could make some granola. We have 3 jars of this peanut butter, some diced tomatoes for a pasta dish, strawberries. I got 2 containers of these because they were on sale, so I might make some muffins or something with strawberries in them. I'm not sure, but we'll use those in something. Mayo, a block of cheese, some chocolate chips. I just always have to have these on hand. We like to bake, and also I just like sweet things. Some spinach, carrots. I got a couple avocados, an onion, cucumber for some poke bowls, some apples. I got 2 different kinds of turkey. We're going to be doing some like turkey avocado sandwiches for dinner this week, and then also for lunches. Cream cheese for our poke bowls, and I think this is also going to go in our chicken orzo. Tortellini for our pasta dish. Some noodles just to have on hand. I was thinking of making macaroni and cheese for some lunches or something this week. I got a handful of these zero sugar Greek yogurts. It's a good way to get protein in, and they're super good. One loaf of bread and a dozen eggs. So all of this without WIC came to $77, and with WIC was 31 something. So we are big fans of WIC around here. Hot to not have the AC on, so hopefully that's not too loud, but you will have just seen that we just went to the library. It's a few days since I filmed last. I don't even remember when I last filmed this week, but we just went to the library. We spent a little bit of time there. We got some new books, and yeah, that's always like our go-to get out of the house in a very frugal, free way. Today we don't have a whole lot going on. I think we're gonna do a picnic for dinner tonight with some friends. So I will bring you along for packing that. I also have some gifts to wrap. My niece's birthday is tomorrow and my daughter's going to her birthday party. So I have a present for that to wrap. And on the topic of gifts, I just want to talk a little bit about how we do gifts in a frugal way, especially now that it's October. That is like the start of the holiday season, I guess. So we've got Halloween and then Thanksgiving and then Christmas. And for us, there's lots of birthdays in those months too. So yeah, I'm gonna talk probably a little bit later about how we do gifts and how we keep it frugal and fit it in our budget while still showing love for the people that are in our lives that we love. We are just running out the door right now to head to that picnic with our friends. So I've got plates and napkins and forks, and then I just packed us some sandwiches and a few sides to share. I just did watermelon and some green beans. I think she's doing dessert, so it should be a fun little picnic. So let's head to that. So that was a total fail as far as filming goes. I did go to the picnic. We had so much fun, and I didn't film a single bit of it. So welcome back to my house. My girls are in bed. That is why I'm alone. Finally, it's been a long day. But like I was talking about earlier, my niece's birthday is tomorrow, so we have a gift to wrap. Got her a little Minnie Mouse cash register because she's really into playing store. So we're gonna wrap that, and we're just gonna talk about gifts in general. This is the weirdest shape, so I'm not sure how I'm gonna wrap this, but good luck to me. So it's October, which normally if I was like prepared and had been like on my savings game, we would be totally stocked and funded for Christmas by this point, so that I could just purchase everything on the list and have it all done and wrapped and ready to go by the end of November. That's just how I like to do things. This year I am not quite that goal. We're kind of just saving over the next couple of months for Christmas, which is fine. We're gonna do a smaller Christmas this year. We tend to go a little bit crazy with Christmas, just can't help myself. My daughters also both have a birthday in December, right? Like the same week of Christmas, both of them. So it's kind of a crazy month for us, and money is tight to say the least, trying to do Christmas for each other and our girls and their birthdays and all the people that we want to get gifts for. So I have a handful of tricks up my sleeve that I use to make sure that we're giving quality gifts that we're excited to give, to show the people around us that we love them while also not breaking the bank. So one of those things is planning ahead, and normally I would plan ahead more than I have this year, but I guess in October is planning ahead enough this year. So if you haven't started thinking about Christmas, now is a great time to start thinking about it, because when you have a few months rather than a few weeks, it is much easier to stick to a budget and get the things that you want and the people around you want. So I like to use, especially for my kids, I use a lot of thrift shopping, doing Facebook Marketplace, really anything that's secondhand. So for example, my daughter wants a train set for Christmas. That's what she's asked for. And train sets can get pretty pricey. I was looking at brand new train sets online, and they were like over $100 for the cute ones, which is crazy. And I didn't want it to just be like the little ones that have a few pieces and like two trains that like connect. I wanted it to be like something that she could, you know, spend a lot of time doing. I like those kind of gifts. So I went to Facebook Marketplace and I kind of just kept my eye on it for a few weeks, and I found a train set that is, I think it's like 3 or 4 IKEA train sets that they sell at their store that they just combined into one, and I got it for $20, which usually one set would be $20. So that was a good price, and I'm excited about it. It all is in relatively good condition, and I'm just gonna set it up under the Christmas tree and be from Santa. So yeah, I feel like things like that, when you're planning ahead, it's much easier to do because you can keep your eye out and like see when like the best quality item for the best price comes along, and you don't have to just jump on whatever it is that pops up first. So there's one tip. Another thing that I do for gifts is go in on bigger gifts with other people, and this is something that I do not just for Christmas but for birthdays too. So in my family, we get together for every person's birthday, and I have a lot of siblings, so it can get pretty pricey when you're wanting to give like nicer gifts, and we just don't have the budget for that these days. So kind of to compensate for that, we are just recently, we've done it more, but we've gone in on bigger, more expensive gifts with my siblings. So I'll just text the group and say, hey, I know this person wants this item, or we think this would be a good gift. What do you guys think? Here's the price. And it usually comes out to about $20-ish. Because I have so many siblings, we can do these more expensive gifts and still keep it super cheap. So that's always an option if you have people on your list that probably are going to be on other people's lists, or it's just a birthday that other people are going to be buying a gift for too. I always find it's more fun to go in on a bigger gift that I know the person is going to love, rather than everybody just getting a bunch of little things that the person is like, that's cute or that's fun, but they're not like super excited about. So another idea, if you are looking to kind of up your gift game. Another reason to plan ahead for Christmas or birthdays, just the holidays in general, is you can keep your eye out for things that are on clearance, things that go on sale. I feel like whenever I go to Target, I don't go to Target a whole lot, but when I go to Target, I like to go to their home section and just look at what they've got on the shelves, because a lot of the time they have these crazy clearance items that are just like on mega sale that they don't show it on the app or the website or anything. You have to be in store. So I like to just browse those and just see what I can find. I've found pictures for like big pictures that are beautiful for like $2 before. I found a cookie jar recently and a cake stand, things like that. And now as an adult, those kinds of things are definitely things that I would want. And so I know that like my sisters-in-law would like that kind of gift. I can put a little thing together for my mom. Like, so planning ahead with those kinds of items is good too, because you can, yeah, kind of just build a gift around the things that you find on sale. So kind of throughout the year, if I see things that go on really good sales. I think about birthday gifts, I think about stocking stuffers, I think about just Christmas in general. And so I feel like I save a lot of money doing that because I just kind of stockpile these like gift options throughout the year. And then if it ever were to be the case that I forgot somebody's birthday, or I don't know, we just didn't have the budget for it 1 month, I have something that can still be an option. Sorry, wrapping this and trying to talk about this, I'm like losing my train of thought all over the place. But having that as an option makes it so that I can still give gifts and show people that I love them, even if I don't quite have all the money that I would like to be able to spend on them. You know what I mean? So for this gift, you can sometimes I like jump to Facebook Marketplace first, and I like look at the items on Facebook Marketplace first, and even if it's not something that I've looked at brand new, and sometimes you can find things in the store that are cheaper in store brand new than they are on Facebook Marketplace. Like this cash register, for example, I first saw it on Facebook Marketplace. I didn't know it was a thing until I saw it on Facebook Marketplace, and they were selling it for $10. I found this on Walmart's app for $9.88, so it was actually cheaper, and I didn't have to drive or anything to go find it, like I would have had to do with Facebook Marketplace. So just do your research when you're doing Facebook Marketplace too, to make sure that you're actually getting a good deal and not having to like put in the effort of going to the person's house or whatever to meet them and get the item, because sometimes it's just cheaper to buy it brand new. I am someone who is also not above using the sites like Temu. I know there's probably some reason that people don't like those kinds of apps and websites, but I've not found a reason to dislike them. I'm sure they're tracking all my information on my phone, but I have not had any issues with that so far. So that is something that I have utilized as well. We just bought our Halloween costumes for my girls on there, so I feel like we can, especially in the budget situation that we're in right now, using those super inexpensive apps has kind of been a lifesaver sometimes. You can find really quality items for inexpensive. Of course, it's hit and miss. Some of those items are definitely not quality, but if you get the right item, then you can find really good items for just like a fraction of what they would have cost had you purchased them in a store or on Amazon. So I actually did just purchase some stocking stuffers along with our Halloween costumes from Temu. So we will see what those look like when they come in and if they're gonna work. But I mean, a stocking stuffer for a 2-year-old really doesn't have that high of stakes on it, so I'm sure they'll be fine. I would love to know if there's anything that you do to do gifts that are inexpensive. Oh, neighbor gifts for Christmas. We are hit and miss on if we do neighbor gifts, but something that I love to do is cookies. We like to do a baking day in December. It's a fun thing to do as a family, especially now that my 2-year-old is so into baking. I think it'll be really fun this year. But we bake a whole assortment of different kinds of cookies or desserts like fudge and I don't know, all the different kinds of Christmas cookies that you can think of. And we compile them onto plates or in boxes and just put together like a fun dessert plate. We take those to our friends and our neighbors, and it's always a hit. You can add like a nice note to that and just wish people a Merry Christmas, and it is always super fun and super cute. So that's always an idea too. If you are somebody who wants to be able to do a gift for your friends or your neighbors and you don't really have the budget to be buying an individual gift for everybody, like we don't, that is one way that you can possibly do that. So This is probably one of the worst wrapping jobs there has ever been on the planet. It's ripping, it's like gapping. I am not a wrapping paper or a gift wrapping artist at all, but here's our wrapped gift. She will get this tomorrow, and she's 2. She won't care that it's terribly wrapped. That is everything that I have for you in this video. Sorry it was like super lame. I didn't bring you along for anything. I just am not good at remembering, especially when we're having a lot of fun. I just forget about my camera and filming, which is like a good thing and a bad thing. Depends on who you ask. But if you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and make sure you're subscribed to the channel. It really helps. Let me know in the comments if you have any kind of tips or hacks that you use for giving gifts on more of a frugal budget, and just how you're doing Christmas and all that sort of thing, because I definitely need all the tips this year for having a frugal Christmas. But yeah, I will see you again next week for another one. Bye!